And greetings everybody, and welcome to another JeSter Reviews. And carrying on with our Kelvin timeline theme, today we will be reviewing the Kelvin timeline Heavy Command Cruiser T6. And as with all the Kelvin timeline bridges, isn't this extraordinary? Absolutely brilliant, isn't it? If only all the bridges on Star Trek Online ships looked like this. Or not exactly like this, but you know, in their own individual way. Splendid, isn't it? And one other thing that there it is, look, I've got it now. Lens flares, can you see them? How cool is that? Even included lens flares. These lens flares are on all the Kelvin timeline ships. I just forgot to mention them, to be honest with you, but yeah, there they are. Okay, do a quick tour of the bridge, let you know where everything is. This station is the library files station, where you can access your library files. If you go over here, this station is where you access the bank. Yeah. And if you go over here, this station is for duty officers. And while we're here, let's just have a look at this screen. I mean, this is exceptional, isn't it? It's not actually a screen, it's a window, I've been led to believe. It can double up as a screen, of course, but yeah. What a wonderful idea. If you look back at the original Star Trek series, it was just like a little teeny tiny screen, wasn't it? Come a long way, haven't we? Well, Star Trek have. Right, okay. Let's have a quick. Now I believe. Whoops, it is. I believe you can't get off this bridge, but there is a very cool type of turbo lift here. Yes, I don't much care for this music. I'll have to have a word with engineering. Yes, I don't like that. I think there's another one over here. Let's have a look. Yes, and yes, I mean the turbo lift is wonderful, but again the lift music is not very good. Yes, I'll have to have a word with number one about that. Right, we'll have a quick chat with this crewman. Greetings, crewman. How are you today? Believe you are a Bolian, aren't you? Yes, a Bolian. No hair though, Mr. Bolian. Yes. That reminds me, did you hear the joke about the Klingon who wanted to change the colour of his hair? Yes, he said, today's a good day to die. It's a good day to die. Did you see what I did? Did you see what I did there? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Bolians. And here we... My word. What on earth are you wearing, crewman? Is that Zincathi armour you're wearing? Are you expecting trouble on the bridge? Well, anyway, carry on. I hope that's not a mobile phone. Don't want any more aggravation with mobile phones, thank you very much. Right, and here we... Oh, hello Romulan person. Finally, someone who has a degree of logic. And how are things going here? Oh, having to think about it, are you? Right, well, anyway, carry on. Right, so before we get into the build, I don't know whether you've noticed that I'm wearing a slightly different attire. And this attire is from 7 of 9, who starred in the latest Picard series. Now, Star Trek Online are actually giving this away, and I'll show you where you get it from. Go into the Zen store, into uniforms, and it's there for me now because I've purchased it, but you'll find it in promotions, in the promotions tab. But that's what it looks like, and it would appear that it goes across all characters that you have. As I say, I've got 3 characters now with this 7 of 9 outfit, and you go to the tailor, you unlock it, and you get the jacket, the pants, and the boots. Yes, so it's quite cool, isn't she? Yes, and it's free. So get yourself into the promotions tab, pick yourself up some free kit. Right, so we've had a quick look round on the inside of the ship. I propose now to take you outside. We'll have a look at the outside and we'll do the boring bits regarding the build and take it from there, shall we? Right, I shall see you momentarily. Well, here she is, and isn't she a wonderful design? I must admit, I do like the Bussard collectors, the way they turn. I believe you can change those to a red or an orangey colour. This design, of course, was the original Kelvin timeline design, and starred in the original Star Trek and Star Trek Into Darkness. It had a little bit of a makeover in Star Trek Beyond, but I have a personal affinity for this ship. It's quite a cool looking ship. I quite like her, actually. I like all the Star Trek design ships, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, so I am slightly biased. That door seems to be making quite a loud noise, doesn't it? So, as you can see from all angles, she's a thoroughly nice ship, isn't she? Yes, most impressive, most impressive. Right, so let's have a quick look at the build. And here we go. This is the 4 weapons to the front and 4 weapons to the rear build. We have 3 phaser beam arrays at the front, 2 of them being agony phasers and 1 being a pulse phaser beam. In the rear I'm running 3 more phaser beam arrays. 1 is the quantum phase beam array, the prolonged engagement phaser array, and another pulse phaser beam array. And in the middle I'm running an omnidirectional phaser beam. At the front I'm running the prolonged engagement photon torpedo. The engines is the Nucara deflector array, and the impulse engine is also the Nucara impulse engine, which is a part of a 2-piece set. And the 2-piece set gives you a plus 5% bonus energy weapon damage. Weapon stabilizers automatically removes weapons disabled, can only occur up to once per 60 seconds. I'm running an Elite Fleet Plasma Integrated Warp Core, and I'm running the Mako Resilient Shield Array. And moving on into the device slots, we have a shields battery, subspace field modulator, and red matter capacitor, which is just basically a big battery, and another shields battery. I wonder if we can change that one out actually. What's that one? Shields battery, weapons battery. Yeah, we'll have a phaser satellite there. And the engineering consoles, the approaching agony console, and that gives me 15% phaser damage and 1.5 critical chance. I'm running the universal abrasive hazard shielding from my arbiter, which is quite a good piece of kit. Universal plasmonic leech, target power drain and self power buff while firing energy weapons. Good old fashioned Trillium deplating. And I'm also running the universal M6 computer, which gives me plus 15 bonus all damage for 15 seconds and plus 25% cooldown reduction on tactical breach officer abilities. 20% firing cycle haste for all weapons, 15 seconds. Plus 30 accuracy rating, plus 30 defense for 15 seconds, 2 minutes recharge. I'm running the universal prolonged engagement power dynamo, which is part of the 3-piece set actually. So I have actually got a 3-piece set. So the 3-piece set with the prolonged torpedo, phaser beam and the dynamo gives us activating the power dynamo causes the next prolonged engagement torpedo launch to be a photonic cascade torpedo. It deals 300% base damage, 10% bonus damage per 6 seconds of the combat's duration, up to 800% bonus damage at 8 minutes. That's quite cool, isn't it? And then I'm running the bioneural infusion circuits, which is now on a sale in the lobby store. So if you have 140 lobi going spare, this would be a really good buy. This is one of the consoles which all experienced players now get or have in their armory. Moving on to the tactical consoles, I'm using the Universal Hostile Acquisition console for the accuracy rating. The Domino, also for the phaser damage and plus 20 accuracy rating. The 0-point energy conduit for the 2.1 power to all subsystems. 23.4 starship drain expertise and 2.1 critical chance. And to round it all off, I've got a tactical vulnerability locator, and that's giving me 39.4% phaser damage and 2% critical chance. Now I'm just debating. Yes, what I might do. Yeah, I'll just pop that in. I'll put 2 in there. Right, let's have a look what that's done for us. So, the hull is 117,623. Shields, 17,000. Yeah, not very good that, but I can live with it. Now the resists, I'm impressed with that. That's reasonably high, so we have some decent resists against all of these weapons. Accuracy rating is 67.0, critical chance 21.9, that's over my 20% target. Critical severity 139.3%. Yeah, it's above my 120 target, so that's fine. Could be higher, but anyway, we'll see how we go with that. Looking at the masteries, Tier 2. I've decided I won't read these out to you because I'll just pick out the best bits. I think that's quite a good one. Plus 25 energy damage for Tier 3. Tier 4, increased maximum hull HP plus 10%. And finally the trait. Bonus starts at 80% hull and reaches maximum potential at 20% hull. Up to plus 20 all subsystems, maximum power increasing as hull percentage decreases. Now the console that comes with this ship, which is the Universal Auxiliary Ejection Assembly. I've taken that out. What it does is it fires 4 warp cores from the back of your ship, and in doing so it speeds your ship up a little bit, very much like the film, if you remember, where the Enterprise was trying to escape from the Narada. It fired off its warp cores to escape the black hole which had been created using the red matter. I tend to find it, I don't really like it. It doesn't do anything for me. You may like it. That's entirely up to you. But I think there's other consoles out there that are better, so I'm quite happy to drop that one for now. The stations, we have a Lieutenant Commander Universal Station, which I've made into tactical. We have another Lieutenant Commander not Universal Lieutenant Commander Tactical Station. We have a Commander Engineering Command Station, and we have an Ensign Engineering Station, and finally we have a Lieutenant Science / Temporal Ops Station, which I've just made as a science station for now. Lovely. Right. So that's all the boring statistical information out of the way. So let's take her out and see how much trouble she can get herself into, shall we? I shall see you in a moment. Okay, let's get into the 9th rule.
Sure God will follow. Reading a single Ferengi vessel, Marauder class. They've decloaked.
Right. Come on, where are you?
I thought
I knew you were there.
I'll be under cloak.
Well, she certainly dispatched those in short order, didn't she? She certainly did very well there, didn't she? Right.
The nerve of... No. I have a new ring worn by James T. Kirk. Mint condition. No rips.
The Birmingham.
Okay, here we go. This will certainly put her through her paces. Well, she's certainly standing up for herself, isn't she? Right. I have to say, I'm very impressed with these agony phases. There we go. Absolutely splendid.
Well fought indeed.
Thank you.
His way to a Federation holding facility. We will make sure he faces justice for what he's done here today. Rest assured.
Right, thank you.
Your work is done here. We'll take care of the wrap-up. Cabret, out.
I thought you were never going to shut up. Right, okay. So, there you go. The Kelvin Timeline Heavy Commander Cruiser. If you like this ship, you may be able to get it from an Infinity lockbox. However, you might find that's like trying to catch lightning in a bottle, really. The chances of getting one of these ships in the lockbox is, yeah, the odds are not very good. It's same with the R&D boxes as well, and duty officer boxes with the ships that they offer. The odds are astronomical. Some people do manage to get 2 ships. To be honest with you, I've opened in the region of 80 R&D boxes and got absolutely nothing. So I would never urge you to try and lock boxes, because I don't think they are value for money. Now again, in my view, if Cryptic were to offer these ships that they offer in R&D boxes and Infinity lock boxes to buy on the exchange, or sorry, to buy in the Zen store, then I would buy them. But yeah, I think it's a bit of a gamble, really, and the odds are not in our favour. And you know, I work hard for my money, and I'd rather spend it on something which I don't have to gamble for. Anyway, on that note, I hope you've enjoyed this review, and If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to catch further reviews. And hopefully I'll be doing another review. I think I'll be doing a ground review on Terran Armor next, but I will be continuing with the Kelvin timeline theme ships. I have another one which is the Klingon variant Kelvin timeline ship, which I'm going to review over the next few days. So hopefully I will see you then. So keep a lookout for the ground review, the Terran ground review, and I shall see you out there. And this is JeSter signing off.